live. Good morning, everybody. I'm a zombie. I apologize, but nothing gets me going like some New York City Comic Con and some Peacemaker Finale news. How you doing,
Oh
man? Good
boy.
morning. Joined with
Hey
my
man.
my partner in crime. What up, B?
What's up, man? How you
How
doing? You
you?
alright? You
How?
cracking open that ghost already?
No, I'm out of Ghost because I had to use it last night for the because my co-host Tom decided, I don't know how internet works, and I don't know how to
Listen.
troubleshoot it. So
Oh,
AJ,
stop.
do
You
do all
can't
that shit
listen.
for me.
Normal people just plug things in, have the guy come in, install the internet, and that's it. That's where they leave it.
That's
You know?
unacceptable to
They're
me.
not like
Okay,
you and I. We don't sit
you
there
want
in
to
the
be a part?
weeds.
You want to be a part of the show? I need
You
I
gotta
need you to be a professional.
you need yeah.
Yes, we
That's
only
why
only the most professional stuff on the square table.
yeah,
Here at
exactly.
Kaiju Lab.
Only the most professional stuff.
But no, I have a Wegmans sparkling water.
Ooh.
Ooh.
A Wegmans. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Oh
Oh my
boy.
goodness.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
All right. So, as you all know, New York City Comic Con is happening right now as we speak. I was
Yeah,
actually
today I
trying
believe
to
is the
go.
last day.
Yeah. I was actually going to try to go today with the family. But
You're daring.
tickets are sold out, and then on top of that, the only tickets I can even find are like over $200 each, and I'm good.
Stop.
I'll
You should. This is
I'll
why you
get.
pre-order the tickets in March.
Yeah, that I'm gonna do that definitely this year, or next year
I
or
think.
whatever.
I think it'll be our. When was the last time you were at Comic Con?
Oh my
Was it with
god,
me? Like 12 years ago?
it's either that or it's when I went with me and Kelly just went. Honestly, dude,
It
it's been
might be when you.
it yeah, it's been definitely over a decade since I've been to Comic Con.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I think the last time I went was when me, you. Was it Josh? I think Josh went. I think it was
Oh,
like
it
the
abs-
three of us.
I went with Josh a couple times, so most likely.
Yeah, I think the last time. I'm saying the last time I went, I think it was with you, which was years upon years ago when I bought my Master Sword.
But I remember getting like pissed. I think I went for in either 13 or 14 because the Godzilla movie was coming out, so I had assumed that there'd be something Godzilla related, and there was nothing, and I was pissed.
Nothing,
So
right?
now,
Yeah.
now
I think
Godzilla's
I
all over
think
the goddamn place at New York City Comic Con.
I'm gonna
It's pretty awesome.
I don't feel like I feel like San Diego Comic Con gets all the rage and all like the special news, but recently, I would
Yeah,
say in probably the
that's
last like
recently that
7 years or
shifted.
so, that's shifting where it's like split between the two Comic Cons now. Because New York City Comic Con has definitely gotten bigger and bigger throughout the years. And there are people, I guess companies are realizing that like there's a big base out there. New York
Yeah,
is
shocking.
it's out
New
there, man.
York, yeah. Who would have thought New York would be
It's
such a
weird. It's
popular
almost
place?
like we have the largest
Yeah,
density of population per capita, right? Weird. There's millions of people in a however long Manhattan is. But yeah,
yeah. It's just wild. I would have never guessed
my
that.
brother my brother was there yesterday and the day before. He was there Friday and Saturday. He went 2 days. Um,
Nice.
yeah, he's sent me a couple pictures of different things. There is a gigantic blow up Luffy, Gear 5 Luffy, the white haired Luffy that I have the statue of. That he was like, dude, this thing is massive. He's like, it's like the size of a fighter jet. Lots of different people with different cosplays. Oh, thanks, Tom. I love you too, bud. Um,
Fuck that guy.
Tom, apparently you need to work on your internet settings. Um,
Guy ruined four hours of my day yesterday.
get good. I don't know. It sounds like a skill issue. That's that's
Yeah,
what I'm
no,
hearing.
that
Sounds like
definitely
a
a
skill
skill
issue.
gap. Definitely a skill
Yeah.
gap.
The but yeah, I feel like New York City Comic Con has definitely like been building and building and building and building and building, and it's just getting bigger and bigger every time. Like I distinctly remember thinking to myself, like, why doesn't this get more publicity? Like, why don't more celebrities want to promote their stuff? They don't want to, like at New York City Comic Con, they all want to go to San Diego Comic Con.
Well, I
But
mean,
yeah,
Hollywood, baby.
yeah, no, I
I
get it.
get it. I get
I
it for
get it.
sure. But
I get it's in California. Like I get it. Like there's a draw there. Um, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because we're New Yorkers. I'm more partial to it. You know.
Well, yeah, yeah. It's like, how dare you not have this in our backyard?
Exactly. Exactly. And the Javits Center where they have it is not a small place. Like
No,
I
it's
try to go to the
tremendous.
car show there every year, and it's excuse me, it's massive. Um, but yeah. Uh, so there a lot of Godzilla news this year
Oh my
for.
God! Right now, it's dude. One, shout outs to Peter, Attack Peter. I can't even
Oh
imagine the
yeah,
feeling he had seeing. Obviously he's in New York with Mondo. Mondo's there, and they have the giant Paps Blue Ribbon poster.
Godzilla. Yeah.
No, they have like a huge billboard in the city right now with his artwork
Nice.
and his name on it. Like he shared a video of like him seeing it. Like dude,
That's
congratulations to
gotta.
everything, dude. You no one
It,
deserves it more than you, man.
yeah,
It's
Peter,
unbelievable.
definitely,
Like
definitely. You worked.
I can't imagine that fucking feeling, dude.
I just keep seeing so much success coming from him, and it's just like success after success after success. Like the elation that builds up in you after
Yeah,
seeing all that stuff compound is gotta be. I can only imagine how incredible that must feel. You know,
yeah, dude.
I. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
him and Mondo are they're just crushing it right now. They had, but we're gonna go. We're gonna get dive into that first. First, we're gonna talk about
Oh yeah,
this
let's discuss this.
This Peacemaker finale, guys.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. All
I
right.
got.
You want to know my opinion first? Or you want to talk first?
You know what? Yeah, you said you liked it, so by all means, take it
I'm
away.
gonna. It's a. I liked it with an asterisk. Um, there. I'll be honest. The season as a whole, if I had to rate it, like giving it a number, like giving it an actual rating out of 10, solid 7. I think
The whole season?
the whole season as a
Okay.
whole. There are episodes that are 10 out of 10. Like the last week's episode, 10 out of 10 with the brother and the father and Eagly and the emotions that were flying around everywhere. It was great. I love that episode. Um yeah, overall I think out of the what is it, 8 episodes? It's like an 8 episode season. Out of
Yeah.
8 episodes, I would think I'm giving the season a 7 out of 10 because there are like I feel like the very beginning of the season is a very very slow burn. Like it took like maybe 3 episodes hit something like really like come out of its shell, like really start getting momentum. And then this last episode, it felt like just okay, like we left all this stuff open, let's close it all out here. And you try to close this scenario, try to close this scenario, try to close this scenario all in one episode. And I think that's where it faltered. Um Overall, the episode was good. I'm not going to say it was great. It was good because it
Hmm.
closed out everything. There wasn't really anything wrong to me, I guess. It was more of the episode just ends, and I'm like, okay, I guess we'll wait till season 3 now,
There is
But,
no season three.
oh, you're saying it goes right into, that's right. It goes right into Superman, right? It's supposed to go right into Superman.
James Gunn flat out said that there is no more Peacemaker. Like in terms of seasons, like that's it. Peacemaker is fulfilled. That is done.
So you just end it like that.
So
That's
these characters will continue to show up, but in terms of a Peacemaker titled show, there is no season three. Does that change your opinion?
yeah, yeah,
Oh, okay, all right,
yeah,
there you go. That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Okay,
We're now down to a 6.5.
all right, okay. Half a point. Yeah, yeah,
Wow. No, I didn't
yeah,
hear that. Really?
yeah. That's straight from the man's mouth. Indeed.
Oh God, I want to find an article where this says this. Go ahead. So,
Um.
what's your opinion on it?
All right. So I don't want to compare it to Alien Earth
No, don't.
because
Give
to
it its
say
own. Give it its own.
no, but because like my issue with Alien Earth finale was nothing really happens. and I've seen a lot of people criticize it for that. The Peacemaker finale, that it's, nothing happens, and it's not that nothing happens. It's just everything that does happen either feels kind of unearned or just super anticlimactic. Like it just, so like I don't want to, like, again, you can't.
That's actually a really great way
Yeah,
to put
it's
that.
not that nothing happens. It's just you got the formation of checkmate, and again, general audiences, like you can see. I think they're saying that the episode is like the lowest rated DCU thing, as its own individual thing. I think it's got like a 6.9, or it's fluttering in that area. But
Yeah.
again, you cannot expect general audiences to really either understand or acknowledge some of these deep cuts. Like,
Hmm.
look, Salvation's Run, I didn't even know what the hell that is. And I consider myself a pretty decent comic book fan. Like, I
Hmm.
did not know what that is. Um, Checkmate is, I mean, come
I
on.
didn't know what Checkmate was.
Yeah, like,
I
I
thought
know
they
what
just put it in
Checkmate
for the
was,
show.
but, like, again, it's such a.
It's a deep cut.
Yeah, it's like, you thought the Suicide Squad was a deep cut, like, at when it first. It's fucking. Like, this is. Woo! We're going down a list.
You're
So,
going
like,
real down there.
again, you're not gonna get those reactions of people getting hyped to see Checkmate on screen as if, as if they were, And I think that was another issue with this episode is Gunn. I guess sometimes he enjoys trolling the fans. They
Hmm.
hyped up the living shit out of this finale, saying there's gonna be cameos. This is the best thing he's ever written. This, that, and the other. So like, everyone was feeling the Peacemaker
Can I?
season to
Okay.
begin with. But
So
when you
can
hype
we?
up your own finale to be this incredible thing that you've done and everyone enjoys your work, so now you're setting the expectations so high, and to just have a finale that is more of just a emotional roller coaster, like it completes a lot of these emotional journey. Like you finally find out what
Yeah.
happens on the boat, which, by the way, I mean, we all thought they fucked, right? We all thought they banged, and instead it's just they kissed.
I'll
Like
be honest with
this
you. I'll be
whole.
honest with you. I didn't mind that because yes, your mind definitely goes there, but I think that shows a more in depth, uh, like more
Yeah,
emotional depth to Peacemaker. Like that meant
well,
the
Ed Harkness, yeah,
world to
for
him.
sure. Like, yeah, I mean, yeah, because we've already seen both these characters kind of treat sex as nothing, so
Yeah,
it's kind of
yeah.
it
You mean the
is.
orgy wasn't there for you?
Yeah,
You know
it is fitting
that
to
was just
see
that meant
them.
nothing to you.
Yeah, it is fitting to see both characters get so emotionally wrapped up in just a kiss. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I get it, but again, as a visually, it just doesn't play as, oh, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like in a finale. So like, and it's not even really that it ended on a cliffhanger. It's just, god damn it, like, all right. So again, I thought the finale was a throwaway. Honestly, in my opinion, I'm just gonna say the last episode was really the finale, the penultimate, and this was more of a prologue to Man of Tomorrow.
That's I mean
And that's
that's a good way to
that's
look
gonna
at
be
it.
my head canon. That's
This
gonna be my head canon.
like I
Like
said, this is
this
a
was not
closeout.
the finale.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was not a finale. The penultimate was definitely the finale. Which if you were to end the season there, I would say the season was a 9. This
Hmm.
severely dropped it off because again, while there's a lot of setup, no one's gonna be excited about it because no one knows what it is.
Hmm.
There is no groundwork to lay in what you know what I mean. Like all this stuff kind of gets thrown at you right at the end here, and you either know what it is or you don't.
Yeah. I
Um,
didn't know what checkmate was. I thought it was
yeah,
just
it's
I thought that's what it was. Like just what they showed. It's like, oh, cool. Their company's called Checkmate. Sweet.
so. Do you
It's
want to know my hot take, or you got something first?
um. Well, I found the article where James Gunn talks about how there is no
Okay.
season 3. He's basically saying this season was to set Peacemaker up in the broader DCU. Um, I have a problem with this. I have a problem with this because this is the same thing Marvel has done, and you're like, I think people are missing, or by people I mean like companies are missing the whole point. Like, you want to tell a story. This is the story you want to tell. Then give the character the life that it deserves. Don't write the character just to be inserted in the overall story. Let it evolve naturally. Like, you're saying you've had, I would call these 2 seasons of Peacemaker successful. Like, they are successful. They've done very well. The characters are interesting. The stories are interesting. It's a good thing overall. But when you start writing a show just to be inserted somewhere else, just to have this piece of the story inserted somewhere else, I think you lose like the validity of the character. Like, are you just
Yeah.
going to make Peacemaker this who is, I mean, John Cena kills it. I can't see anyone else in this
Oh
role.
yeah, this is his role. Yeah,
Yeah,
this
like,
is.
you can't, like, if Cena ever decides I'm not doing this anymore, then there's no more Peacemaker. Don't make any more Peacemaker. Like, let the character go off. For that point, nobody really knew who Peacemaker was aside from when the Suicide Squad came out.
Yeah.
I never really knew who he was until I saw that movie and then started looking deeper into him.
Well, that's
And
where Gunn is fantastic. That's where
yeah,
he's in his world when he's dealing with the D-listers and bringing them
it, which
uh, to mainstream.
which he does. I'll give him this. He does a significantly better job of bringing these like lower tier obscure characters to life than Marvel did. And he makes them likable and lovable. You know, it's not like the
Yeah, Gunn
Defenders
put
where you just,
Guardians of the Galaxy on the map.
yeah, he's really great with these like ensemble cast movies
Oh
and
yeah.
stories. Like, he knows, he's really good at creating dynamics between characters and actors. He's good at finding chemistry. Like, look at Superman. Look at Superman. You know, like, you have Rachel, what's her name? Rachel Bosnahan. Um,
Hmm.
and you know, David Cornsweet over there. Like, their chemistry on screen is great. Like, he really knows how to do this, which is why like the season finale is more disappointing. You know, it just, so let's hear your hot take. Let's hear your hot take.
All right. So one of my biggest issues with the finale is how Rick Flag has just kind of completely 180'd, and a lot of it's not really on screen. It kind of doesn't feel earned. But there is one scene, and I think it's very specific for a reason, and I don't think it's him. And I'm gonna say why I don't think it's him, and I think it's Clayface. Because remember, Clayface has already been introduced in Creature Commandos. Already has his own movie coming up. So there is a very specific scene, and they set it up multiple times. And this is the only reason why it even clicked to me, like, holy shit, this might not be him. When he's in the room, the Lex room or whatever, with Harcourt, and
Yeah.
Harcourt's like, I mean, Rick, right? And he goes, yeah, yeah, uh-huh. And like he like stutters and like doesn't really know what she's talking about. That that one scene,
See,
because again, that happened. He corrected her so many times that that little slip up right there is the only reason why I it might not be him, which would explain the complete 180. Because like
so
as
I
much
want
as
I want to make
Flag,
a point on that.
oh, hold on,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
let me
ahead.
just
Go
finish.
ahead.
As much as Flag has definitely descended, because how Superman ends with the line like, you know, I'm so glad you support the metahumans because now they're ruling shit, and you can see Flag has an issue with that, like it's on his face, and then him learning that Chris killed his son. You know what I mean? Like in the way that it happened, like it finally seeing the files and all that shit. Like, you know, it broke him. Like I get it. It definitely broke him and it's taken it to another level, and now, you know, he's revenge filled and all that. But that entire montage of all these Argus agents dying, going through all the portals, and you just see
Mm-hmm.
him celebrating with all the Lex people and super happy and unconcerned, that to me just did not seem like Flag. So that again, that's the only reason why I think it might be Clayface. It might be.
I love that you came up with that. And I distinctly remember that scene because I chalked it up to him, number one, being distracted, talking to somebody else in that scene. Number two, his downfall, I want to say, throughout the season is evident. Like, you see each episode, like, he's developing more and more of this hatred, more and more of this revenge, more and more of this obsession. Like, you would think the only reason he found this portal was to just forget metahumans, just to throw Peacemaker in there. Like, using all of these resources just to get his revenge. You saying that it's Clayface, that's a possibly, like, it's a possibility.
That's what I mean. Like I don't
it's
know.
not. There's nothing I can think of that I've watched throughout this season that I was like, yo, it really could be him. The only thing that keeps me from it, now that I think about it, the only thing that keeps me from it is when he closes the door on Peacemaker and says, and this is for Ricky. Like, I don't think, that's too personal. And I don't think it was a show for everybody else around him, because he wouldn't have needed to say that to justify anything that he's doing. That was more of a personal statement. You know what I mean?
Clayface does like to play his role.
He does.
He's an
actor. He is an actor.
But like,
he is an actor.
That scene reminded me of the animated series. I forget. It's got to be Justice League. But there was always that scene I always found really.
You talking about Clayface in Justice League?
Yeah.
Okay.
It always reminded me of that scene where they're like trying to trick Batman, and Clayface is actually like he's the Flash, and he says like
yes
he says like something like, hey, so what are we gonna do, yo? And Batman immediately like, and he hits him with the batarang, and he turns to the Clayface. He's like, what gave me away? And he's like, you overplayed your hand, yo. That's what that scene kind of reminded me of, like.
Okay.
Because again, Clayface, like he doesn't know that. That's something that only happens between him and Harcourt. You know what I mean? Like, it's not something he. So again, it could be nothing. It could be
something.
Be a super reach, but it could be something.
I think what bothers me too is and now that you mentioned the Clayface thing, like that kind of has a new spin on it. His whole obsession now, where he's like, I found a prison for metahumans, but in Creature Commandos, he was all like, every one of those guys is like a weirdo, you know? And it's like,
but at the same time, that's just him following orders. Like, he never really shows shit. They almost killed him 3 times. I mean, between Frankenstein, Dr. Phosphorus, and then Clayface puts him in the fucking hospital. But again, that, like, we might even find out that Rick Flagg's still in the fucking hospital.
Or he's dead.
You know what I mean? Like,
or
like
he's
that.
dead.
Because, like, I don't know.
The plot thickens.
Could be a super reach, but
I love how we're like conspiracy theorying this right now.
Yeah, it's very possible that that's what that is. All
right, so overall, what would you give the series?
Again, if I stopped it at the penultimate episode, I'd give it a 9. I love this series. I really do love. I'm a huge fan of.
Got it.
But then with the finale added in, I'm just gonna give it a 7 because that's how weak the finale was for me personally.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree.
Again, and it's not because if it just stood alone by itself, it's not that it's a bad episode. Again, it's where it's placed. It's the finale, and then it's all the hype from the director, from Gunn himself, about how this was the best thing he's ever written. There's a ton of cameos. This again, it's like, what were the cameos? Lex Luthor's goons. Like, the Salvation Planet, Checkmate. Again, all these things are not, Yeah. And then on top of that, you had David Cornsweet like on set in his Superman suit taking pictures with the crew, and like that was, you know what I mean? So it's like,
and you didn't do anything with it.
Just,
you did nothing with it.
Trolling. Yeah, it's just trolling. A lot of trolling. Whatever. Yeah, but here's another thing that because I don't know if you watched the post credit. Like, there's always like a big interview or whatever with. Like,
oh no, I didn't watch that.
Yeah. So he mentions that the salvation thing's not going to be a direct interpretation. It's more so the concept. So here's my other take on that.
Uh-oh.
Um,
I hate when they say,
'Cause-
when creative people say that, oh, it's not a direct interpretation. It's gonna
yeah,
be our own kind of concept of
but
what our
again,
view of this is.
yes, going back to how Gunn loves, like, obviously is a lover of comics and really is
Yeah.
trying to get into the more, I don't want to say unpopular, but more of the,
Yeah, the B-sides. Yeah.
yeah, the B side. So there have been rumors that he wants to do his own version of the New Frontier. Which, if this is his own planet, it's a very, and here's another, and this is a big hint that if you're a comic book fan, you can actually get excited about with the finale. But if you don't know what the fuck's going on, you have no idea what it means. So
Yeah.
he's supposedly on just a planet that, from as far as Argus knows, there's nothing there. But you clearly hear fucking dinosaurs or whatever when when the door closes in peace. So
Peacemaker just left in the middle of a meadow. Yeah.
If the New Frontier thing is true, then they're basically combining the Salvation Planet and Dinosaur Island into one thing.
Mm-hmm.
That could be fucking huge. But again, general audiences are not going to have any fucking idea what that is. So, like, there's a couple big ways that you can go this. Like, if you're going to throw metahumans on there, maybe that becomes War Planet. Maybe that's Mongol.
Oh my god!
You could have, like, that.
You
could
talking
be the
about
next
War
big
World?
villain.
I don't think.
Yeah, like
I don't think
saying,
that's
like,
going to be War World, but it could be an introduction to War World.
To War World, yeah, exactly. Like, he's like, oh, what's this shit, you know? But
yeah.
I think hearing the dinosaur sounds and the New Frontier rumors, I think that's where we're going, which honestly is fucking awesome. I don't know if you're familiar with the New Frontier.
I love the New
It's
Frontier.
A great, yeah, that is a great.
It's a great
series,
story.
And instead of having it take place in the 50s, he's going to modernize it, which is
Yeah.
awesome. Like, so if that's where we're going, this finale is going to end up getting propped up so much by Man of Tomorrow, and people will look back and go, "We were
Well,
wrong."
that's what I've been seeing on the interwebs, that the season finale is supposed to lead directly into Man of Tomorrow. What that actually means and how that story beat is gonna work, because like, unless you read like news articles and things like that, I don't feel like you get that from the season finale. Like, oh, I can't wait to go see Superman Man of Tomorrow because Peacemaker ended and I could totally clearly see where the story is going in Superman. That's not clear. Like you're saying, those deep cuts, those cameos, those different things that you see, yeah, like for real comic book fans, like, oh shit, there it is. But for the general audiences, they're not going to see any of that. They're going to be like, yo, where's Peacemaker season 3? Like, that's going to be their mode. That's going to be their mode. And when those people actually read the internet and find out that there's not going to be a season 3, you might have a riot on your hands, depending on how big the fan base is.
Very possible. And I don't know about a riot, but
you know what I mean. You'd have
people trying to turn their backs and compare this to Marvel TV shows. I think are just jumping the gun.
No, yeah,
literally. Get it, jumping the gun.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah, thank you. Came on the fly, baby.
On the cuff.
That's why
off the cuff.
But they, I think people are really just jumping to conclusions there and just trying to get that hot take of like, oh, it's just like Marvel. And I don't think that's the case, but I will say it is a very interesting choice, right? And, like, because obviously Superman is that super family-friendly movie and kids are into it. I guess that my only concern is, how the hell are kids supposed to be able to follow everything that's going on when Creature Commandos and Peacemaker are rated R?
But rated R is not the word.
But you know what I mean? Like,
no, I know.
Like, obviously,
that's what I'm
saying. Kids cannot watch those shows. So those story points, they're not going to be able to get unless, their parents are a little bit like me, and I'll be like, hey, yeah, but you want to see something cool? But
yeah, sure, Peacemaker just snorting coke and inviting naked people.
Don't worry about that. That's oh my god,
it's sugar. It's sugar.
Yeah.
Poor Abby.
No, but I meant like show her. I meant like show them like the finale of like him being put on the planet. But like
Yeah,
again,
yeah, yeah,
it's not
yeah,
something. So that's the weird crossover, interconnected stuff where it doesn't feel like the audience that you're going after, especially with Superman, is going
yeah,
to be able to digest all of this stuff because they simply cannot.
yeah, yeah.
Again, like you're not going to show those two shows to your kids. Like
No,
they're next level.
no.
So it's like all they have right now is Superman, and then they're going to jump into Man of Tomorrow and be like, "What's this fucking dinosaur world?" and they're like, "Who's that guy?"
I
Peacemaker.
will.
Like,
I will
um,
say, I think Gunn can do it. If anybody can do it, he can pull it off. I think he'll find a way to the way Man of Tomorrow is going to start. It'll be enough story for the general audiences to digest clearly. Like it's not something that you need. I don't think you would need to have watched Peacemaker to know what's going to happen in that movie, or to even see what's going to happen in the movie. Because quite frankly, we don't even know what's going to happen just based on the ending. All you know is that Peacemaker's on this planet, and that's it. That's all you know. There's
yeah.
no like all this talks of it's going to go into Superman Man of Tomorrow. It's like how do you get that? How do you correlate that from this to this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
clear.
So,
But I think Gunn is capable of it. That's for sure.
oh yeah, again, this by no means did the finale make me lose faith in what the DCU is doing. It's just, it's a rare, like to me, it's really his first miss. I've loved everything he's done so far with the DCU, and
Hmm.
again, it's more just, I think I think this is just setting up a lot of stuff, but again, no one can really appreciate it because we have no idea where it's going.
Right.
So that's why you're seeing a lot of nothing happened, even though a ton of stuff is getting set up. It's just you just don't know what it is because again,
Hmm.
you either are completely unfamiliar or you have no idea what impact it's actually going to have.
Yeah.
Um,
That's a good way to describe it. The impact of what his decisions are going to have on the overall DCU.
have you
Um,
seen the viral clip going around that? Have you seen Minecraft? Have you watched Minecraft with Val?
the movie, no, I
Yeah.
have no
No.
interest in watching Minecraft.
Uh, Abby
I'm
loves
not
it because
quite of a fan of this franchise.
it's not it's a lot of stupid fun. I highly
Yeah,
recommend just turn it
that's
on.
what
Val will
Minecraft
probably
is.
love it.
I'm sure she
Yeah.
would.
Well, yeah. But there's a scene when Steve, aka Jack Black, shows up to like save the crew. So like that scene's been going on. Like this is exactly how Peacemaker's gonna show up in Man of Tomorrow, where like everyone's about to die on that island, and Peacemaker just shows up and just starts slaughtering everything. Oh man,
I
it's
can
it's
see it.
so good.
See, but
That's
that's the
exactly
other thing.
yeah.
But that's the other thing.
And he
Peacemaker
doesn't even
is
have his
not.
costume, man.
I know he's got
Could at
nothing.
least
He
put
doesn't
him
have
on
his
the
guns. He
island
doesn't
and
have his costumes. He doesn't have a helmet. Nothing. My
he got
issue
turned to
too
fucking
is that
Rambo.
every time you see Peacemaker on screen, it's a ultra violent like scenario. How are you going to incorporate that into Superman? Because Superman is not ultra violent scenarios. Like we're talking about Peacemaker like shooting somebody in the head and the entire back of their skull exploding open. That's not going to fly in Superman. You see what I did there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come here for the dad
I'm here for
innuendos,
the dad
baby. Here we
jokes.
go.
That's
Yeah,
right. Our viewers
but
are here
like
for the
that,
dad jokes.
but that's what but that's all kind of editing though. Like you just don't show that. You show the shot, but you don't
I
show the. You know what
guess.
I mean? That's an editing thing that
And how
can
are you going to
easily
keep
be.
Peacemaker from cursing? You know what I mean?
Oh, that's easy though. Actually, that's a great scene. So he curses once, and Superman's like, "We don't do that here," and that's it. Like something, you know what I mean? Like something like that, because that would be the amazing interaction. Like,
Language.
yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
Like,
If Superman says language just to poke at Marvel, that would be fantastic. Oh my god. I'm
golly
calling it
gee,
now.
Peacemaker language.
Golly
Something.
gee.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Like again, I still have full faith
Oh.
in the DCU. Again, this was just a
I do
rare
have faith.
miss because yeah,
But
So
you
again,
know, you can't even really call it a miss. It's
just
more of
as a
just
finale, like
unexpected.
again,
Yeah,
it's only because it's the finale. Again,
yeah.
if they would have released this as the penultimate episode was the finale, and then this was like a surprise prologue to like Man of Tomorrow or something
Hmm.
like that just dropped, and people are like, oh, what was this? I guarantee the react. But again, just because it's labeled the finale and all the hype that they
It's
put
it's
into it,
it's
they
the
kind of shot
finale.
themselves in the foot. That
It's the
with that,
finale because you're closing out everybody's story.
yeah,
You know, you're closing and you're creating this whole like the whole checkmate thing. I felt that montage was too long. Like thought that was like unnecessary montage. Um, but yeah, I agree. I think this overall it was probably the most disappointing episode because I wanted more from it. I wanted more, and I couldn't even tell you what more I wanted from it. Like everything closed out, it just seemed very rushed and seemed very like we have to close everything out because we're not going to have a season 3. So we need to really put everything in a nice box and then set it up for Man of Tomorrow.
yeah,
You and I are the only ones that know. Like I feel like you and I are the only audience members that know that it's connected to Man of Tomorrow. You don't
yeah,
get that.
exactly,
General audience.
exactly, yeah,
If I showed Erica
yeah.
that right now, she would
Not
never
showing
correlate that to a
Superman.
Superman.
Yeah, not the only way you have any connection to that is because like Lex and his goons take a pretty big role in the last two
Yeah,
episodes.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, and
But
speaking of, you catch the dimension that absolutely has Ultraman, aka Bizarro, in it.
no.
The one that there's the one that's like the black hole. It's
Oh
literally the exact
yeah,
same. It's literally
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
exact
yeah,
same
yeah. I
black
was
hole
like,
that
this looks
pull and like
familiar. I'm like, oh, it's probably
and
just a black
Lex,
hole.
and then when they give the notes to Rick, it has like a note from Lex like this one looks really promising. It's like, yeah, why is that, buddy? He knows exactly what's in there. So like there's
Mm.
there's a lot of
Ooh.
there's a lot of stuff. Again, a lot of stuff's happening, but it's not like no, I don't know. It's just if you just would have fucking showed Superman, everyone would have been way more happier. You should have just showed
Yeah.
Superman, man. Like
Chris says this is the same dilemma for Deadpool in yeah. I agree, Chris. Yeah. Deadpool being ultra violent, how is he gonna be incorporated into the MCU for general
did
audiences? You know?
did you see that by the way?
What?
That Gunn and Ryan Reynolds had a conversation that Deadpool was going to be behind one of the doors, but they couldn't legally get it to.
Yeah, I was gonna
They
say that's a lot of
yeah
red tape, my guy. Just to
yeah
have a
yeah.
2 second thing being like, "Hello."
Yeah, exactly. So they were actually they wanted to do it,
Oh,
but they
oh.
could.
I
That
mean,
would
I would
that
want to see it.
that would have been that would have been incredible.
Yeah, yeah.
But again, I
All
don't
right,
think
so
just there getting a DC Marvel
no,
movie crossover.
no, I doubt that. I don't even really want that, honestly.
No, I don't need this bullshit. Like,
No.
who's would win?
There's
Hulk or
plenty of other
Superman?
DC stuff that has plenty of great crossovers. Like the best one I love is Batman and Spawn. Like they have that crossover always. I always love it because I remember reading the Spawn comic and him having his face split down the middle from the Batarang and he sews
Yeah,
it up with shoelaces. It's like
yeah.
shoelaces across his face. I'm like, oh, that's so great.
Yeah, I
But
just
all
always
right.
thought the matchups were silly because, like, it's like, oh, you have to have Captain America versus Batman. And it's like, look, I love
No.
Batman, but Captain
But
America would dog walk Batman in a
yeah,
fight.
he's not.
Like,
He's
come
not.
on.
It's not happening. The
Yeah,
only
like,
matchup I could ever see is Superman and Hulk because I don't think either one could beat the other. Because if they go by
I'm
general
not. I'm
Hulk
not.
standards, it's Hulk is invulnerable. Like he can't. The angrier he gets, the stronger he gets. Like it's just a thing. And Superman is Superman. Like you know, it's like
Yeah,
I recently like going into the Comic-Con. So let's talk about Comic-Con for a second.
yeah, the perfect
Robert
segue.
Kirkman had an interview where they were talking about the new Invincible season, which is coming out in March. Um, he was asked the question: in a world where you have Superman, Omni-Man, and Homelander, who would win? And he immediately is like, "Nah, Homelander's the weakest. He's getting wiped off the map." Like it's just between the two of those guys, he's dead. There's no question. Homelander's gone. He says between the two of them, he goes, Superman sucks, and I think Omni-Man could basically mop the floor with him. I was like, ooh, that's strong words, man. Those are some strong words. And I don't know that I disagree, but I don't know that I agree either. Because, what I know of Superman, it's like, dude's been holding back his entire life. Like, I always talk about, I forget the name of the comic, where Darkseid basically destroys the Earth. Like, kills Lois, destroys everything, and Superman is left alive. And he looks at Darkseid and like just basically says, well, now I don't have to hold back anymore. And like basically destroys him, like in its entirety.
That's one of my, again, back to the animated series, because that's what I grew up on, Justice League Unlimited. There's a scene very similar to that when he is just, I constantly live in a world of cardboard. And now I have a moment where I can just let it all go, and he just starts beating the shit. Superman gets the most disrespectful when he realizes you won't instantly die when he punches you. Like, once he's like, "Oh, you can take this."
Right. He's the most disrespectful.
So disrespectful. Like once he realizes you can withstand his 10% of his power, so to speak, he's like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. Chris says the Invincible crossover, and they just dropped the trailer for season 4. Yeah, they did. That was one of the announcements at Comic-Con.
And then Scott Steiner dropped, what is it called? Something called like Next Level, and it shows a ton of like Homelander actually, since you brought him up, being one of the characters crossing over.
If it's the same thing I'm thinking of, because there was, I forget what it is. Next Level. I didn't. I'm trying to remember what it was.
Something Next Level.
Yeah. We'll have to look it up. Because I'm not really sure. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that came out in Comic-Con. Let's go over that for the last part of the show. But overall, I think you and I both agree Peacemaker 7 out of 10. I think is where we're going to leave that.
I'll land on that.
Yeah. All right. So you want to go over the Godzilla news first at Comic-Con? I know you're dying for it. Chomping at the bits.
Man. There's a lot of stuff going on.
All right, well, you got 15 minutes, so do it.
15 minutes? Oh, damn. Well, you got to go? What do you got going on today? Okay.
Oh my God.
Well,
what don't I have going on today?
Show you a couple things real quick. I do have a couple. We'll kind of jump into it.
Yeah. If you got pictures, go for it.
Of course I got pictures.
Ooh.
So, Mondo just announced Ultraman. They're working, and we got Gyrus, who obviously is Godzilla. But now this, I don't know if it says who is concepting this, but when we go to the second version, this makes me think it's James Groman, just because I know James Groman loves. But this whole Gyrus autonomy version is pretty badass.
So this is the toy. This is what the toy is going to look like.
These are the concepts that they're So you have the regular, and then there's apparently going to be this autonomy version, which is
I like this one.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean,
so can you explain who this is? Is it like
who Gyrus is? Oh yeah, Gyrus is we can't
use Godzilla.
We can't use Godzilla, so we're gonna take the costume that's falling apart and put a giant frill on him and have him fight.
What is that dinosaur? What is that? The dinosaur in Jurassic Park? Yeah, the spitter. Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. So that they did this a lot. A lot of Ultraman characters are reused Godzilla. Like Baragon, I think, was reused like 3 or 4 times as different Ultraman character. Like they really tried to repurpose the suits a lot. But
that's good, at least. No waste.
No, yeah, but it was actually really cool because this particular fight was when you had the original Godzilla. Like that was still the actor. That was cool. So you had the two icons of the guy that plays Ultraman and the guy that plays Godzilla, like actually squaring off in costume. So that's kind of a little bit of the history of Gyrus. It's clearly Godzilla, but not Godzilla due to copyright.
Not Godzilla.
But yeah, the autonomy version, and fun fact, they probably doing an autonomy version of why we're getting this and not like an autonomy version of Godzilla, because they probably Toho probably would not approve a design like that. They don't like
They don't like
it.
autonomy
Just
versions.
it,
They
kind of,
don't just don't
yeah,
like those variants.
yeah. Like you got a little bit of it, and like they'll let you get away with a lot of stuff, but something
Yeah.
completely full on like that, I don't know
I
about
mean,
that. But
this
that
I
looks,
love this look. I love
yeah,
this look.
uh, yeah. So that got me pumped up.
And this is from Mondo. That's awesome.
Yes,
I love
I got a
Mondo.
bunch of stuff
Mondo's
from
always putting
Mono.
out good stuff.
Um, I got to keep going back and forth.
That's fine. The Chris, you're right. There is an X-Men '97 trailer. That is hype. I'm very hyped for that. I loved X-Men '97. It was. Uh, it just made me want Saturday morning cartoons back. And you know what's so funny that I think about? Our kids will never know that feeling of waking up at like 7:30 in the morning on a Saturday and just turning on the TV and watching cartoons until like 11 o'clock. Um, I remember sitting there watching Batman Beyond, all these other WB shows that doesn't even exist anymore. Um, yeah, that's why '97 is just. I'm really excited for that.
And then we
That show is
have
so good.
yeah. And then we have
Oh
hold on
boy.
1 second.
Oh boy. So your feelings are there's a lot of Godzilla news out of Comic Con this year.
In terms of toys, yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, and
that's
then
great.
they had this awesome Coney Island display. Like the Godzilla store showed up and had this huge. I'll show that off in a second, but yeah, just Godzilla had a very big presence this year,
Hmm.
which makes it more unfortunate that I couldn't go. So here's a huge
Ooh.
follow up. Octeal coming back with a follow up to the UFO Godzilla, and then now they're coming with King Ghidorah.
Oh,
This
that's
looks,
awesome.
dude. I mean,
This looks
and
so
I
cool.
don't. Oh, man, I should have grabbed it. It's in Abby's room, but like the UFO is pretty big. So like
Yeah.
this is gonna be with the wingspan. It's gonna be a really big figure, man. This is gonna be awesome. I can't wait to see what Mondo does with this variant wise. And then here's another one, the third
Ooh, I
edition.
like
So
this.
this is from Urban Aztec.
I was gonna say this looks
Um,
very, very,
he's
very
done,
Aztec style.
yeah, he's done Godzilla, King Ghidorah, and now looks like we're getting a Mothra follow up. And this guy don't miss, man. These designs are freaking
This is
awesome.
great. This
I
is
love that
awesome.
subtle like skullish Mothra on the back
Mm-hmm.
there.
Mm-hmm.
It looks, yeah, man.
The side
Again,
profile looks like it's even like it actually looks like detailed. Like it's not just like a painting, like just on this smooth portion. It looks like there's
yeah.
actual like depth
Oh
to
yeah,
that skull.
100%. Yeah, the Urban Aztec stuff from that he's been doing with Mondo has been fantastic, honestly. And I hope there's like a pink version of this because that's the ones that I've been collecting because I collect stuff for Abby, so I get all the pink stuff. But
So when she's
a
older,
really,
she won't appreciate it.
yeah, a really interesting thing about this, and again, I don't know if it's just from a design perspective where they're just trying to show you, but I wonder if the wings have this multi-functionality where you can either do the full out profile or they can go
Hmm.
up. So I don't know if that's maybe an articulation thing, or maybe there's two different
Well,
connection points with the wings you can use, or this
based on
could
this
literally
picture,
just be
it's
a
two different
side.
designs. So
Yeah, or this
you're
could
right.
just
It might
be
be
a.
something.
It could just be a side profile design thing,
Yeah.
So I don't know. It very could be really cool, or I don't know, but
Yeah.
I love
I'm
it.
excited to
I
see
love
it.
it, and I will be
I'm excited to
adding
see it.
this to my collection, but and also this. Can't it can't go wrong with King Ghidorah, man. Like you just can't. You just can't. And Octeal has just been, you know, again, seeing him and Peter just getting to do these things, man. Like
Yeah,
it couldn't happen to it
that's
couldn't
great.
happen to better dudes, man.
Yeah.
The guys are killing it.
Wanders makes a comment of curious on the color variants for the Mothra design.
Well,
Um,
if yeah, they're probably like they always have a regular one. Um, there should be a pink one. There probably be a blue one and a green one. That's kind of
Mhm.
been Mondo definitely tries to like release the same colorways so you can kind of build
You know
that
what to
collection
expect,
of
basically.
them. Well, not know what to expect, but like so they fit. Like if you want the pink ones, you're gonna be able to get a pink one. So I fully expect there to be um, the same colors, which again that's what you want to build in your collection. Um,
Yeah.
at least that's what I like to do. Like I love green. Um, so I always try to get all the green stuff when it's for me, and if it's for Abby, I try to get the pink ones. It's
Yeah.
um. All right, hold on. I got some more stuff. Oh,
Wander
so
says
here's
that
that.
none of the colorways of the Octeal Godzilla have excited him.
Oh, the UFO. I specifically with well, I think there was a New York City Comic Con exclusive of I think Peter actually did the colors on it. Could be
Hmm.
wrong. I could be wrong, but in terms of that, I love again because they're pink. I typically go with the glow in the dark. They do the cherry blossoms.
Yeah.
So like when I get stuff from Mondo, I usually get the cherry blossoms because one, I'm a huge glow in the dark fan, and then again the pink for Abby. So I can say it's for Abby. You know what I mean? This is how you get around the wife stuff, guys. Hot tip, super good advice. I go, oh, it's for Abby. It's not for me.
That's what Erica
Yeah,
says all the time. Oh,
yeah,
I brought this for Val. Yeah. Hmm. Okay.
yeah,
I mean, I know you
That's
bought
that.
it for Val, but did she really need it? No, but it was cute. Okay.
Hmm.
All right.
Hmm.
Can't complain. I can't.
Absolutely. So this, hold on, let me see if this is. No, that's not the one I want. I want this one. So speaking of like the Coney Island stuff,
Oh my god.
and I'm getting this. Yeah, so this is yeah, they had this huge display going on, and like just
Wow. That's cool.
just really
Oh, I
cool,
love that. The
man.
subway.
Yeah, like King
This was
Ghidorah
just a pop up?
darts. Yeah, this was just the Godzilla store, like at um, that's what I mean. Like it's just
Oh, this is so cool.
awesome, awesome display going on here. Like you
Evacuate
can't.
now.
Yeah. So yeah,
The
Godzilla had
Bandai
a
Namco
big,
newsstand. Yeah.
big presence at and then like this is the actual they were handing out these papers. Godzilla crushes Coney Island. There was a whole.
Oh,
Let me
that's awesome.
find it on. Shout out to our sponsors, Kaiju United.
Hell yeah.
Apparently King Ghidorah is getting King Ghidorah denim jeans. Because I think that's what we all wanted, right? We all wanted some
Yeah.
King Ghidorah
If
denim
King
jeans
Ghidorah comes out with denim jeans, as long as they stretch,
from
I'm buying them.
Naked and Famous. I have no style. I wear white t-shirts, blank t-shirts, and then like cavity colors. That's pretty much my entire wardrobe these days.
My entire wardrobe consists of t-shirts and jeans. That's it. My fashion hasn't changed
And
since I was 17.
I'm I'm also hoping, even though this is just a cover right now that Aztec has done, I really
This is
do hope that
awesome. Oh,
yeah, that's his take on Kiru.
give me my
I
giant
hope
robot any day.
I hope that's the next one after Mothra. That would be pretty amazing.
That's awesome. That's
But
so
yeah, New York
cool.
Comic Con had just again the just so much, man. Just
Yeah.
absolutely so much.
I definitely want to start making it more of a priority for me. I want to start
Yeah,
really getting there.
we're we definitely gotta set it up for next year.
Yeah, we'll
For
do a live
sure.
stream from Comic Con or live recordings. We'll do some recordings from Comic Con.
Trying to get.
All right, give us one more.
Well, you take it away. You had some other stuff you wanted, so I'm trying to find.
Yeah, so just other stuff that I was curious about. You and I talked about it before we went live. The Wonder Man trailer from Marvel. I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea who Wonder Man is. I feel like I've seen his name around. Um, I don't does not really give me a lot of faith in what Marvel is about to put out. Um,
Yeah, I don't know what Wonder Man is. I'm with you on that, and it looks like it's just
but
Marvel kind of making
it's
fun
been
of
all
it.
over. People have been talking about it. It's like people. I don't know if people are hyped or just reporting about it. Basically, all the normal news outlets I go to have that's
I've
one of the first things that they mention. And I
seen a lot of
watched the trailer.
controversy
Yeah, I don't really get it.
of, about the AI. A lot of people are pissed because a lot of the brochures and like artwork for the movie inside the movie is
Hmm.
all allegedly made by AI, and which would be the biggest slap in the face
We
because
need.
it's like it's
I think
Marvel.
this.
You guys don't have enough people on payroll that can draw. You know what I mean?
I think
So
we. I
I
think
hope
this
that
should be a
shit's not
topic in
true.
and of itself on the next show,
I
uh,
hope that shit's not true.
and talk about AI in the industry now, and how it's affecting
Well,
overall.
DC, I'm pretty sure Jim Lee flat out came out and said we will not have AI in
That's
any of
good.
our products.
I'll be. Let's touch on that for a second because I think it's a pretty hot topic. I think AI is a great tool for certain things, but I don't think it could ever replace the creativity of the human mind.
No,
And
it has no.
I
Again,
don't
like
think, yeah, like to me, so I'm old school. I honestly
yeah,
prefer
we both
2D
are.
animation over 3D animation, depending on, not that I don't like 3D animated shows, there's tons of 3D animated shows that I love. But there's just something about like something done right on a 2D animated level. Like look at X-Men 97. That's not a 3D animated show. The animation is top tier and it is just fantastic. Um, and I watch a lot of anime. Like there's some amazing animation out there. Like the biggest thing that comes to mind is there is a fight in One Piece, and people that watch One Piece will agree with me. Uh, Between a character named Zoro and a character named King, and the animation studio that they got to animate that scene, they took like 10 months to animate that one episode, and it
Yeah.
shows because there's like people broke down that scene frame by frame by frame, and there's like super cool moments where Zoro draws his sword and the energy that like is created by the attack. You see a dragon in like 2 frames. Like you have to pause it to see the dragon in the energy of itself.
I gotta check this out.
Yeah, look up the Zoro King fight. It's out there.
Okay.
It's literally like one of the greatest things you'll ever see. I don't think AI can help with that. I don't think AI has
Well,
that
see,
kind of
this is the problem.
like.
It can,
Yeah,
but it's not going to be as good. But the
yeah,
real issue, I mean, the real overall issue here is like, yeah, sure, people that are unaffected by it because they don't make a living either drawing or creating in that sphere that they're doing other things. So like it's fun to do it on Facebook and this and that, and you know
yeah,
I, I've had some fun with it in the past too. But like again, I will never release anything commercially or try to profit off of anything created by AI for Kaiju
yeah,
Live or the Square Table or anything like
yeah,
that because you know it's with the problem with AI is it's going to start here because this is the easiest thing, right?
yeah.
It's going to start
Path of
with
least
like, oh,
resistance.
yeah, it can draw, it can do the, and I mean, have you heard some of the like, there's been even music, like it's
Yeah,
scary. This
yeah.
shit can
Very
create,
scary.
it can turn like 50 Cent Many Men, turn that into a 1950s song, and it sounds fucking phenomenal. But again,
Yeah.
it's just a prompt just made that. That's not even
Look.
someone doing that. But my overall issue with it is it starts in this field, and just like everything else, I don't want to get too political here, but it starts here, and no one cares because, again, it doesn't affect you.
Mm-hmm.
But inevitably, it starts here, and then it bleeds out into every
It
goddamn
trickles
thing.
down.
So then,
Yeah, it
at
trickles
what
down.
point do we have an American workforce? You know, what are our jobs gonna be when we literally can't even pay people to fucking draw storyboards? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
it's people aren't going to be writing scripts. People, you know what I mean? Like everything is going to be computer generated, and then it's going to trickle down into other jobs. Like it's already telemarketing. There, you got ready Jeff Bezos trying to fucking replace the trucking industry with AI trucks and self-driving trucks, which
I
I mean is our biggest workforce in general is
You
truck
know what
drivers.
this
So
dude,
you
the
take them off the
scariest
road.
part.
It's
It's scary.
that's what
It
I mean.
really
It
is.
doesn't end. So it's just like again, I'm trying to get super political here, but
No, no, no. And this goes into
seeing
it. Creatively speaking, like it's
it's bullshit.
I
It's just
understand. From a business
everything.
standpoint, you always want to make money and not spend money. Like you want to make your product as best as you
But
possibly
what?
can for as cheap as you possibly can, and then sell it to the public. I understand that. Everybody's trying to do that, from movies to apples. Like you want to be able to produce your product and make money off of it. My question is, and again, not
But
to
at
you're
what
saying like
moral
not to get too
cost?
political,
Like it's
how
the
much is enough? Like how much
yeah. Like
money is enough money? How much greed is enough greed? Like to me, if Bezos is trying to create an AI truck that's gonna deliver all your Amazon packages, I does it need to happen that way? Like, do you really
yeah.
need to
Like
spend the money into research and development with this when what you're doing now is effective? Like, you just want to, you have
yeah.
more money than you will
You,
ever
but you
spend
know
in a
what's
lifetime.
more effective? Computer trucks that don't have to take a fucking nap.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down.
Dude,
It's
I
we're
said this.
becoming
I said this to
so morally bankrupt that
yeah,
people's time is
yeah,
not valued. It's
yeah,
how it's basically come down to how much can we exploit you before you give up.
yeah.
That's the unfortunate
It's become a
reality that
war
we're
of
heading
attrition.
in. Because again, we're gonna get to a point like they're already starting to do it with video games. You got Elon Musk on Twitter like AI is gonna revolutionize. I don't want to play fucking AI video games. I want to see what someone created.
So,
Like the
like I
passion that
said,
goes into these
it's
things. Like I don't want to see these things. And
it's a
again, they might be passable, and you're gonna have a bunch of. You might make money from it, but the end result is not gonna be good because we're either heading to fucking Skynet and Terminator, where they're just gonna
yeah,
turn
no.
around and kill
I was
us
just
all
about to say
anyway.
we're in
You know,
Terminator now.
like
We're in Terminator
or
world.
we're gonna be fucking batteries like the Matrix. Like we're either gonna go into that, or as a society, we're just you know, isn't the most empires only last 250 years or whatever, and I think next year's 250 for U.S. Right? I don't know.
I don't
I
know. The
don't know.
Roman Empire lasted a long time.
Yeah, but we
There's no no and
I
I
don't.
don't and I get it. I use like I use I you know I play D&D and I'm a DM. I love using ChatGPT to help me clean up my ideas.
Yeah,
You know,
again, it
I
you
love it
like you
because
said,
it really gives me
it's a
some
good tool.
breakdowns. Yeah,
It's a good tool to use for basic guidelines.
I
We don't
mean,
have all the
there's
answers. It's it saves you the time in researching on certain things and whatnot.
yeah,
Again, it has a purpose, and I agree with you on it. It's a good tool, but to but this is the problem. Corporations are not going to use it as a tool. They're going to
no,
use it as a replacement, and
yep.
that's the scary thing. So when I see things like
Just waiting
DC
for the other
standing
shoe to
up and
drop.
saying, yeah, when I see stuff like Jim Lee saying like we will never like that's great, but then like even though this is the topic, they started all going back to the Wonder Man. People throwing all that out, saying like, "Yo, all the advertisements in the movie for the in-screen movie are AI." What the fuck? Again, you're Marvel. You don't have enough people on payroll that can draw. Like that's crazy to me.
You definitely
And
do.
again,
You
I
definitely
don't
do.
know if it's true or if people are just throwing it out there. But if it ends up being
Yeah,
true, what in the actual fuck?
yeah.
Like that's scary. Again, your bread and
It is
butter
scary. It is scary.
artists that create, and you're telling me you couldn't hire enough people to fucking make advertising artwork
You know, and
in
it's
your movie? Like that? No.
look.
I hope it
Listen,
should better not
I'm
be
going to tell you
true.
right
If
now.
it is, that
We're
movie
either
better
going to end
fucking
up
bomb.
we're either going to end up with Skynet or it's going to be Tron, and we're going to have artificial intelligence coming out of computers and living in the real world. Like it's
Yeah,
going to be
it's
one of those two things.
so boring. Just I want to die by Godzilla. Is that so hard? Can we just create like just
Dude, you should
I
watch.
would much rather
Going
on
back to
my
anime, go
end.
watch Kaiju #8, man. Go watch
Yeah,
Kaiju #8, and that shit fucking will blow your mind. You
I
talk
would
about
much
wanting to
rather
live in
on.
Godzilla.
Yeah, I would much rather on That's How I Go. Like we fucked around and created Jurassic Park, or we created Godzilla. Than literal
Uh,
like I don't want to go out by doing a live stream and then my fucking camera comes alive and takes over. You know what I mean? Like that's just weak. I don't want that shit.
you mean you don't want the Allspark to bring life to all your electronics and have them kill you?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. Let's get back to some happy shit. Here's shit that's not created by AI, and this
There it
is
is.
the giant fucking billboard that is in New York right now. Again,
That's amazing.
Peter, like I can't even imagine.
Congratulations,
what this
Peter.
feeling is.
This is huge.
Like seeing this in the city, man. Like
Ah,
crazy.
that's so good.
So
That's
like
so crazy.
that's out there right now. Then we had our logo is actually done by Tom Whalen, and this is a figure that he worked on. This
Oh,
is
I want
the
this.
Mecha Godzilla Chomp by Abominable
Oh, I
Toys,
want
and this was
this.
on display. Yeah, man, there's a lot of like, and this is what I mean. Like, you can't just
You can't
this is
AI
art.
this.
Like, yeah, I mean,
can't
you
AI
could,
this.
and it might be
You could.
okay. And this is actually a really scary thing. And I saw one of the guys I follow. He's unbelievable, and he's been doing stuff for years. Tony, oh my god, I can't say his last name right now, but he was pointing out that, like, he always shares his stuff, right? Like, so he'll share he'll share like his models and like the stuff that he's working on, and like, always pictures. And what's fucking happening right now are people are taking those images and putting them in these things to create 3D models and create toys. So they're literally stealing his shit. And again, like, that's not create. You taking someone's stuff and putting it into a program and hitting fucking enter is not creating something.
No.
It's just fucking not. Like,
And I
just
see
because
it,
you found
and-
the right prompts and this, but now the technology is getting so good that you can literally, like, say for instance, pick any artist. Let's just say Peter, for example. I found one of Peter's old posters of Hellboy or something that he did, and I want to make that a fucking toy. And now there are programs that you can literally take that and it will
Yep.
turn that fucking image into a 3D thing, and now you can 3D print it.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
fucking bullshit. So like now you're gonna see artists start pulling back because, everyone wanted to share their stuff with the world, and that's how you get exposure
Yeah.
and this and that. But now
Yeah.
it's to the point of, do you want to share your stuff because some fucking clown can now take it and now profit off of it? And I don't even know if you do. Do you even have a legal avenue to prove that it was yours when you? I don't know. I don't
No,
know.
you're right. You're right. You're right.
It's just it's plagiarism.
It's hard because
at a whole new fucking level. It's crazy.
yeah,
And
it's hard to think
had,
about.
Anyone that's watching, we had no. This was not on our.
Yeah, this was not on the topic list. This was not on the topic list. But I'm glad we talked about it. Because
Yeah, no,
it's
this
a heavy
shit.
topic right now. It's a heavy topic with a lot of different people, a lot of different industries. Like I said, I use it for D&D. I love using it for D&D because it really it lets me. It cleans up my ideas. I put into ChatGPT all the parameters I want, my party level, my party number, encounters, like what I want to fight, the theme of it, and it spits out this beautiful story that I had envisioned in my head, and it's so much cleaner. And I love using it for that.
And again, you're using it to do it with your friends. You're not trying to run a business and replace all your employees with it. You know what I mean? So like, again, like you said, it's a good tool, especially, because human time isn't valued and we're expected to work and so our free time is limited. So if we can have a tool that helps speeds up our process, whether it's with Kaiju Live coming up with a little bit of a more focused business plan, or hey, what title should what's the best optimized CEO title for my YouTube video, like shit like that, or my D&D session, stuff like that. Like, those are fun things that again just help you, actually help you. Like, that's the thing. I want robots to like do my laundry and do the dishes. I don't want robots to take my fucking job. You know what I mean? Like I don't need it doing that shit.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
where's fucking Rosie from the Jetsons? That's what I need. Like I haven't
Rosie from the Jetsons.
like
That's great.
that's the AI that we need.
It is the AI we
So
need. I don't know, man.
yeah, I
You
got
see
nothing.
all these things, like you talk about, like, you go back to things like iRobot, like that's a very, if you watch that movie, as mediocre as it is, it's now more relevant than it was then. And we're right there. We're right there.
Oh, for sure.
You see these robotic, you know, these crazy intuitive robots come out of like China and Japan, and we're there, man. We're right there. You pretty soon you're gonna see a soldier on the front lines that's a robot, and that'll be the end. That'll be the end of the world. We're gonna have Skynet, where it's gonna take over, and we'll go. You and me, we'll go up to the mountains. We'll hang out. We'll let everything die out, and then we'll come back. It's
Yeah.
just
And
it's utter craziness.
here's Urban Aztec with the cover, the Kiro cover, and
Nice. Oh my
that's one of
god,
the
I want that.
Godzilla cover was. Yeah,
That's a great
I really
cover.
I do hope Kiru's next after Mothra Man because yeah, give me my robots.
You know me and
But
giant
yeah,
robots.
New York City Comic Con. I know this is gonna be an incredible year for Godzilla. Next couple years because again we have Godzilla vs Kong, or Godzilla X Kong, the new movie, which I really do hope we get. Space Godzilla. I really want another Toho character, like, but
Space
we'll
Godzilla
see.
would be cool.
Yeah,
Space
Space
Godzilla
Godzilla
would
would
be
be dope.
cool.
So between that, we got Godzilla Days coming up later this year. I'm gonna take a wild guess. We're gonna see a teaser for either Shin 2 or Godzilla minus two, I guess, or minus whatever.
Yeah,
Godzilla minus one,
minus
two.
zero. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't know. So like we'll probably get that. So like in the next between now and what 2027 probably we're gonna have three Godzilla films. Gamera looks
Godzilla
like it
fans eating
finally.
good.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, dude, it's everything now. Now we got freaking Godzilla beer. I mean,
It's
you
true.
can't get more American than
It's
that
true.
shit. You know what I mean? Like,
And it's PBR. It's not even
that's
like
what
it's like the
that's what I'm
most
saying. Like,
Americanized beer
yeah,
of all
like
time.
it's like yeah.
I
So
I get it. Like everybody thinks like, oh, Budweiser's like, the American beer. Bro, everybody forgets about PBR. PBR's been around since the 1800s, my man. And that shit is
yeah.
still $8.99 for a 12 pack. Go get them.
So Godzilla's. We got King Ghidorah denim jeans. Godzilla is everywhere right now. Like
Everywhere.
it's.
Everywhere.
I don't think it's ever gonna be more popular than it's gonna be between now and 2027 with all these movies.
Yeah.
And if all these movies are good, there's gonna be no. It's just gonna keep on flowing. And now
Can't stop
Gamera
them.
might be finally coming
Can't
back.
stop them.
There's a new Gamera design at the expo. That's supposedly going to be leading to some kind of teaser. So that's really the last. Because we've had Shin Godzilla, we've had Shin Ultraman, Shin Kamen Rider. I mean, where the fuck Shin Gamera or whatever? He's the last
I
one.
mean, you had the
He's
Gamera animated series or whatever it was, right? That was on
yeah.
Netflix.
See, yes, and like no. It's not that. It's not that it
Okay.
wasn't good.
Okay.
It is. My issue with it was I was again. Gamera's typically more kid friendly, and I know the High Slice series strayed away from that a little bit, but it's still
Mm-hmm.
it's still something you can watch with your kids. Like obviously, there's a little the next two movies get a little bit more serious or whatever. So I was not expecting the Gamera anime series to be as vulgar as it was, and the fact that I
Mm-hmm.
could not watch it with Abby actually really
That
pissed me
bothered
off.
you. Yeah, that bothered you.
Because
Yeah.
I Gamera is always supposed to like to me has always been more of the more accessible kid friendly one. So like
Mm-hmm.
I don't want I don't
He's a
need
giant
Gamera to
turtle.
be the rated R superstar. Like I don't need that shit. um, yeah.
But no,
So
I get it. It's a good year. It's a good time to be a Godzilla fan. I think it's a good time to
Kaiju fan in
be,
general, monster
yeah,
movies.
Kaiju fan in general.
Uh,
Dude, Kaiju number 8 has a huge following. And going
I
back
have
to
to
like
finish it.
animation style, they spent money on the animation, and it's top tier. Like it touches everything. At least everything I know about Kaiju, it literally touches a little bit of everything in terms of like monster design, caliber. Like you get small kaiju, you get monstrous kaiju, you get intelligent kaiju. Like it's all there. Any kaiju fan should be watching Kaiju #8.
We need to watch Primitive War, by the way.
Okay, I'm down for that.
Speaking of, yeah, because like again, not I consider dinosaur movies in the same realm. You know what I mean? Like, so I've heard that that's phenomenal, and that's something I
All right,
definitely want to watch.
we'll put it on the docket.
Uh, are you seeing? I know you said you wanted to see Tron. Are you still planning on seeing
I
that?
did see Tron on
Oh, you
Friday.
did see it?
I did.
Wow, you were like one of the first. You're like one of the 10 people that saw that shit. How was it?
Uh, it was actually really good. I'm gonna be honest. The visuals were awesome, and I would honestly had no faith in Jared Leto going in there because to be honest, I don't like anything he's in aside from Requiem for a Dream. And actually, that's not true. I like him in Fight Club because he gets his face beaten and he can't talk. Um, so it's because everything else he's in, I just don't like. I honestly think he doesn't have the
I liked him in
acting
Blade Runner.
ability to play a lot of those characters. I hated him as the Joker. Like, stop. He's like the worst Joker on the planet. But
Was
this,
that his fault or was that the direction?
probably both. Probably both.
Yeah, he probably
Because
fought for
he
that
likes
direction.
he's what they call he's what they call a method actor. So he really like he was apparently like very vulgar on set while they
Yeah.
were while they were working, and it was very it's just like method actors that take it to that level. Like I don't know if you know when Jim Carrey played Andy Kaufman, like he literally
Yeah,
never
yeah.
turned it off, and that's like a thing, and I don't like that. But going back to Tron, he was great. He was great. He's exactly how I would picture an AI evolving from a program to a living creature. Um, which is basically what happens in the movie. The story of the movie is that Dillinger, the original villain from the original movie, the company, creates Ares, the AI, which is like the security program within their system. And it ends up being Jared Leto's character. And he's supposed to be this completely obedient program, but because the I forget the actor's name develops him, he starts to like grow within, and they've developed technology now to pull uh, any kind of digital, uh, lack of a better word, a digital or substance from the digital realm and bring it into the organic realm. So
Hmm.
like she basically creates a tree from these lasers. Meanwhile, Dillinger's creating war machines. So he creates Ares, he creates tanks, he creates these ships and all that. But the problem is they only last for 29 minutes. After 29 minutes, they derez and they just basically die. So he dies over and over and over again in the beginning of the movie. Like this is just what's happening. Like so as he's dying, he's learning more and more. So every time he dies, he comes back and he's learned from his previous experience.
Hmm.
So every time he comes into the real world, he's learning more and more. And like one of the times he goes there, it rains, and he's like, I think I could feel it. So it's crazy the evolution that happens to his character, which is basically going back to like the original Tron. If it's the, I think my biggest issue with the franchise now is that you're calling it Tron, but Tron doesn't exist. Like he's not in the movies.
Yeah.
So it's like okay, you're calling it Tron. I get it. I get it. You know, Tron's the security program originally from NCOM. Like, fine, I get it. But he's not in this one, and he's barely
Yeah.
in the second one. You know, because he's been taken over.
It's the whole
Um,
Zelda thing all over again.
yeah.
But
Overall though, it was a good movie. I liked it. I don't. I'd have to see it again to see if I actually liked it better than the second one, or I'd have to watch them both back to back. Um, but visually it was great. Story beats, it was great. It gets to the story, it gets going. I just love the aesthetics. Like I have a Tesla, and Tesla downloaded a software package where you can do a Tron theme, so the car is actually a light cycle.
oh
So
my
you
god,
know
that's incredible.
it yeah, it's great. I recommend seeing it. I saw it in IMAX. Well, you have to see it in IMAX if you're going to see it. Like that's the way to go.
Movies unfortunately bombing, but at the same time, I don't know if again for me as a Tron fan, I was very disappointed to see that Daft Punk wasn't back on the soundtrack. Although
Well,
I'm
they've
sure,
disbanded. That's why Daft Punk doesn't
eh,
exist anymore.
I know it sucks. It breaks my
I
heart
I
because
will tell
that's
you though,
honestly that's
Nine
one of
Inch
my
Nails.
favorite OSTs. I'm sure he kills it. I mean, I'm sure he kills
Nine
it.
Inch Nails kills it. The
Yeah,
soundtrack is incredible.
yeah. My
Incredible.
my favorite OST though is the
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 Tron
second
soundtrack.
Tron.
Yeah, I get
Oh
it.
my god, I
Dude,
fucking love that
D-Res
shit.
is like the greatest song of all time.
Yeah, and then I just from the story standpoint of like why I have when you asked me if I want to see it, and I was like I kind of have no interest. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
where's Flint? You know what I mean? Like I don't
So he's
I
in the
just
movie.
don't. Is
He's
he
in the
actually
movie.
in the movie, or is he like show up at the very end? Like there might be a sequel.
No, he has him and Ares have a whole scene in the movie, which spoiler alert,
We're
I'm
talking
just
about
gonna
the
say it right
son,
now.
right?
No, you're
Yeah,
talking
that's
about
what I'm
Jeff
talking about.
Bridges.
No, I don't care about Jeff Bridges. Like I know
Yeah.
he's in the movie. I'm talking about the son. I
Oh, the
want
son?
like
Yeah, he's
I
not in it.
want. That's what I mean. Like I wanted to follow those two characters because again, we already had what's her name, Olivia
Olivia
Wilde's
Wilde.
character.
Yeah.
She got into the real world. Like that shit.
Well, so
I want to
this
see.
is what I like about this movie
Wanted to
because
see
it
that.
expands on that. It expands on that because she was the first program to come into the real world. Now they are able to bring programs into the real world, but only for 29 minutes. So how has she survived this long? Is the
That's what I
question.
mean. I don't know.
And
So,
in this movie, they explain that. They explain how,
but they're
and
not in the movie.
they are not in the movie. No,
Yeah,
they
see,
are not in the movie.
that's where you lost me.
It,
Like
you know
I
why?
just
You know why? You know
to
why?
replace
You
them with
waited too
Jared
long.
Leto. Yeah, for
You
them
waited too long,
to replace them with Jared Leto, I just don't care. So I'll
dude.
catch it when it comes out.
I will say it again.
But I'm
I
not
do
spending
not
money.
like Jared Leto. I do not like Jared Leto. In this, I actually liked him a lot. I think
I'll
he was
wait for
actually
it to hit
cast very
Disney
well for this.
Plus.
Yeah,
Wait for it to Disney
that's fine. All right, we went over a little bit, but it's a lot of stuff to talk about.
Plus. Yeah, with the AI. In
AI took
fact, this
over.
entire stream's AI. We're not even here. We've been sleeping
We're
this whole
not.
time.
I'm actually
Yeah,
still sleeping, or
yeah,
or I'm using my new espresso machine. It's fine.
yeah. It's dope.
But yeah. All right. Well, with that, I
Well,
think we'll sign
it's
off.
9:30. The Jets are about to start in London, so let me start off my day with pain because that's how I love to start off my day.
I like pain.
Everyone else, have a great weekend, sir. You have a
Yes.
fantastic weekend.
Enjoy it. Good luck.
Yeah, and so as always, like and subscribe, and be on the lookout for more content from Kaiju Live. Have a great day, everybody.
Good day.
What am I doing? There it is.